The Princess's Choice. Hello, friends. Are you ready to hear another mystery tale of King Vikramaditya and the mischievous Vedalam? This story, like always, is full of wisdom, puzzles, and clever answers. So let's begin. On a dark and silent night, King Vikramaditya was walking through the forest carrying Vedalam on his shoulder. The tall trees swayed gently. The moonlight spilled through the branches, and every shadow seemed alive. As usual, Vedalam laughed and began one of his puzzling tales. Vikramaditya, listen carefully. For hidden inside my story is a question, and you must answer it truthfully. Once upon a time, there was a great king. This king had a beautiful daughter, the princess of the land. She was not only grateful but also intelligent and noble. The king wanted to find her the best husband, someone who would be true partner in life and also worthy of the throne. Three young men came forward to ask for her hand in marriage. The first was a brave hero. He was strong, fearless, and skilled in battle. With his sword and courage, he could protect the princess and the kingdom from any danger. The second was a gifted artist with his talent. With his talent, he could bring joy, music, poetry, and beauty into her life. He promised to make her world full of color, art, and happiness. The third was the wise scholar. He had studied deeply, understood the ways of the world, and was full of knowledge. With his wisdom, he could guide the kingdom into peace, progress, and prosperity. The king was perplexed. All three were worthy in their own way, but whom should the princess choose? Vedalam's laughter echoed through the forest as he asked, "So, Vikramaditya, tell me who is the right one for her?" Vedalam added, "Remember my warning. If you know the answer and stay silent, your head will shatter into pieces. But if you speak, I will slip away from your shoulder and fly back to my tree." "What will you do, Vikramaditya?" Without a moment of hesitation, Vikramaditya replied calmly, "The hero can indeed offer protection and the artist can make life beautiful. But it is the wise man, the scholar, who will guide her and the kingdom forward. Wisdom brings prosperity, fairness, and progress. So it is better to choose the wise man." Vedalam burst into loud laughter. "Ha ha ha! Once again, Vikramaditya, your answer is sharp and true. You always see the heart of the matter. But as you have spoken, I must now fly away." With a swirl of wind and eerie laughter, Vedalam slipped off Vikramaditya's shoulder and disappeared into the night sky back to his tree. And so once again King Vikramaditya had to turn back, capture Vedalam and carry him through the forest. With every story, Vedalam tested his wisdom in new ways. And with every answer, Vikramaditya proved why he was not only a great king but also one of the wisest men in history. That is the end of the story, today's story, friends. I will see you again with the next riddle of Vikramaditya and Vedalam. Thank you for listening. The Bread and the Dreams. Hello, friends. Welcome back to another tale of King Vikramaditya and the mischievous Vedalam. Today's riddle is about hunger, dreams, and fairness. Let's dive into the story. On a quiet night under the pale glow of the moon, King Vikramaditya once again carried Vedalam on his shoulder. The spirit swayed from side to side, laughing in its eerie way. "Vikramaditya," Vedalam hissed, "I will tell you another story with a riddle hidden inside." Remember the rule. If you know the answer and stay silent, your head will burst. But if you speak, I will fly back to my tree. Now listen carefully. In a bustling city, there lived three very different men. The first was a poor beggar who wandered the streets every day with an empty stomach. The second was the rich merchant who owned shops and gold but always craved more. The third was the brave soldier, strong and loyal but weary after long battles. One evening, by chance, all three of them came to the same house in search of food. The house was small and there was only one piece of bread left. The beggar cried, "I need it. I haven't eaten for days." The merchant argued, "I should have it. I can pay for it and I deserve it more." The soldier declared, "I must have it. I need strength to fight and protect the land." They fought with words until finally, exhausted, they decided not to eat at all. They agreed, "Tonight we will sleep. Whose dream is the greatest, he shall eat the bread in the morning." That night all three lay down to rest, and as they slept, the goddess of dreams came to them. In the morning they shared what they had seen. The beggar spoke first. "In my dream, I rose above my hunger and entered heaven itself. I was surrounded by angels where there is no pain, no hunger, and no need for bread. So the bread must be mine." The merchant said proudly, "In my dream, I became a king. I wore a crown, sat on a golden throne, and ruled over vast lands." "King, eat first, so the bread belongs to me." Finally, the soldier said "In my dream, I fought a mighty battle, and I won. Victory was mine. As a warrior, I need strength. So the bread is mine." The people around them grew far confused. Each man's dreams seemed powerful. Who should get the bread? Vedalam's voice echoed in the forest. "Tell me, Vikramaditya, who truly deserves the bread?" King Vikramaditya chuckled and replied firmly, "The beggar's dream of heaven means he has already escaped hunger. There is no need for bread in paradise." He merchant dreamed of being a king, surrounded by riches. A king never worries about one piece of bread. But the soldier? He fights and risks his life for others. For him, bread is strength, and strength protects the people. So it is the soldier who truly deserves the bread. Vedalam burst into loud, eerie laughter. "Ha ha ha! Once again, Vikramaditya, your wisdom cuts sharper than a sword. You are right, the bread belongs to the soldier. But since you have spoken, remember our rule. Now I must fly back to my tree." With that, Vedalam wriggled free, soared into the nighty sky, and vanished with a howl of laughter. And so, friends, King Vikramaditya once again solved Vedalam's tricky riddle. Through the story, we learned that wealth and dreams mean little if they do not serve the real purpose. True value lies in giving strength to those who protect and serve others. That's the end of today's tale. I will see you again in next mystery of Vikramaditya and the Vedalam.